to Bristol Harbour, where centuries of maritime history meet a vibrant modern-day waterfront. In today's guide, we'll explore the highlights of this iconic destination, from historic ships and cultural landmarks to delicious local food and relaxing walks. As a Bristolian, I've seen the harbour side transform dramatically since my childhood visits in the 80s. Once a neglected, tired area left behind by the decline of its bustling port trade, it has evolved into a vibrant space where history and leisure intertwine. Despite these changes, one thing has remained constant. The harbour side continues to be a defining part of Bristol's identity. Our first stop is the M-Shed Museum. It's free to visit and tells the story of the city's unique place in the world, with interactive exhibits, iconic artefacts, and engaging stories that bring the city's industrial, social, and maritime heritage to life.
Here, have you tried waving to the passengers? They're a chatty bunch.
Well, I never did. He was a lucky chap.
Located on the first floor, you can find this t-shirt at thebristolshop.co.uk.
During World War II, Bristol suffered several major bombing raids. Both public and private shelters, such as this and a small shelter, were a refuge from these terrifying and deadly attacks.
The historic cranes outside are a reminder of the harbour's industrial past, once used to load and unload cargo from ships. Behind the M-Shed, the cargo development offers a unique space made from repurposed shipping containers, now home to a mix of independent shops, cafes, and creative businesses that reflect Bristol's innovative spirit. It's a great spot for a bite to eat. This area is Wapping Wharf, and it leads to the New Cut. Most visitors to Bristol won't necessarily visit the New Cut, as it's not as scenic as other parts of Bristol's complex network of docks and waterways, but it is an interesting part of the city's history. The New Cut was built in the early 19th century as part of an ambitious engineering project to divert the River Avon, enabling the construction of the floating harbour, ensuring ships could dock without being affected by the tides. So, although it's an uglier part of Bristol's waterways, it remains a defining feature of the harbour's layout, so I thought I'd show you a couple of interesting spots easily accessible from Wapping Wharf. The Gaol Ferry Bridge connects the harbour side to the south of Bristol and has a distinctive red lattice structure. Nearby is the city's old jail, where criminals were confined. Though much of the structure has been lost over time, the remaining building is now the face of luxury harbourside apartments. It's a somewhat unusual example of how a building has changed from the very last place you'd want to be to desperately sought after housing. Back to the floating harbour and directly in front of the M-Shed, you can hop aboard the steam train for a short, exciting ride along the docks. Henbury is beautifully restored and offers visitors a nostalgic glimpse of dockside life, with occasional rides bringing the historic harbour to life. It would have originally been used to transport goods along the docks, playing a vital role in moving cargo between ships and warehouses during Bristol's industrial heyday. The steam train runs on selected weekends and special events throughout the summer, so be sure to check the schedule in advance for a chance to enjoy a ride. I'll add a link to the schedule in the episode description, alongside a list of useful links about the places we visit during this episode. On the opposite side of the harbour, you'll notice the statue of John Cabot, commemorating the explorer who sailed from Bristol in 1497 on the Matthew, discovering North America. You can see a replica of the Matthew moored in the harbour. This faithful reconstruction celebrates the spirit of exploration that put Bristol on the map. It's free to visit, but donations are gratefully received. You can also book a short harbour cruise on this historic vessel. If you complete a circular route of the harbour, you'll pass Banksy's Girl with a Pierced Eardrum. Starting from the bustling hub of the M-Shed, you'll pass many boats and interesting buildings, including Cabot Tower. It was built to commemorate John Cabot's historic voyage, and this view is from another episode, where you can join me as I climb to the top for some of the best views of the city. As we approach Banksy's piece, the scenic part of the floating harbour changes into an urban, run-down part of the walk, and it is right here that you will discover Banksy's piece on a wall in Hanover Place. One highlight of visiting the harbour is a trip to one of the most famous ships in the world, the SS Great Britain. It was designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel and is a masterpiece of engineering. Tickets to the ship and its neighbouring museums last a year, and it's a fantastic day out. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I'll take you on a full tour of this remarkable ship very soon. Hello.
Ooh.
It's too big. You're spoilt for choice for places to eat as you circle the harbour. For a traditional taste of Bristol, head to Brunel's Buttery, a good old-fashioned greasy spoon. The open-air cafe quickly attained cult-like status among Bristolians and is often regarded as serving one of the best bacon sandwiches in the city. A place where anyone is welcome to enjoy a cup of tea. It's situated at the heart of the harbour side and is the perfect spot to soak in the sights and sounds of the bustling harbour around you.
If you want a breakfast like a Bristolian, then this is it. I remember coming here when I was really small with my family, and lots of generations of Bristolians have come here to enjoy a bacon butty or burger.
Here, that's mine.
There's no shortage of things to do around the harbour, whether you're here for fun, culture, or a bit of both. For the adventurers, you can hire a boat and get up close to the water. If you'd rather sit back and relax, hop on board one of the tourist ferry boats. They're a fantastic way to see the sights. I've enjoyed tours by the two ferry operators, the Bristol Packet and the Bristol Ferry Company. They both offer something different, and whichever one you choose, it's great to take in the views from the water and learn about the history along the way. I'll add links to both in the video description. The ferry passes under Perrow's Bridge. With its distinctive horn-shaped structures, it is a striking pedestrian crossing that not only connects key parts of the harbour, but also serves as a poignant tribute to Perrow Jones, an enslaved man who lived in the 18th century. Bristolians and visitors alike have added love locks to Perrow's Bridge, turning it into a charming symbol of affection while creating a rebellious display that reflects the city's vibrant, independent spirit. We have added one marking our wedding day. If you love Bristol and want to bring a piece of Bristol home with you, check out the Bristol Shop. It's my online store celebrating all things Bristol, featuring a range of locally inspired gifts and art prints. by shopping with us, you'll also support local artists and businesses who help keep Bristol's creative spirit alive. I'll add a link to the episode description. A walk to the far end of the harbour takes you to Cumberland Basin. This area is a little rough around the edges and feels like it's suffered from a lack of town planning and investment. The neglected walkway and lack of vision for the area are pretty shocking for what should be an important tourist destination. However, the walk to the end rewards you with a view of Clifton Suspension Bridge. I covered the bridge and the surrounding area in Clifton in last week's episode. Do check it out for lots of tips for a fun day out in the area. I can't show you everything the harbour has to offer in just one episode, but wherever you roam, you'll find somewhere great to eat or something interesting to see. The old dock cottages have always piqued my interest. Their characterful facades provide a glimpse into Bristol's maritime past, serving as homes for the workers who lived and worked around the busy docks.
This is the entrance to Redcliffe Caves. Most of the time it's closed, but you can visit it during special events such as Bristol Open Doors Day, or you can sometimes book tickets to immersive experiences.
The Bristol Record Office, now known as Bristol Archives, is a treasure trove of the city's history, housing centuries of documents, maps and photographs. The Underfall Yard is a real highlight of visiting the harbour side, and one that many people miss. It's a fascinating heritage site, and for a glimpse into the past, visiting the Underfall Yard is as close as it gets to seeing a working example of dock life.
Right now we are here.
It is located at the southern end of the harbour and is a fascinating area where you can explore the preserved Victorian dockyard machinery and learn about Bristol's historic engineering feats. Visitors can explore the yard, watch craftsmen at work, and learn about the innovative sluices and pumps that help manage the harbour's water levels. It's a unique blend of living history and hands-on discovery. Sadly, the Underfall Yard was affected by an arson attack in 2023, causing significant damage. Nobody was injured, but the big shed, workshops and 6 boats were destroyed. This devastated the businesses that call the yard home, alongside the wider community. The Underfall Yards Trust is working hard towards rebuilding the workshops that were lost and is working to reinstate the historic structures to a modern standard so that they can continue offering workshops for Bristol's vital maritime businesses. The Yard is a great spot to dine if you're after a lunch that is a little more refined. And it's great to know that the proceeds go to preserving this living time capsule with every bite. You'll often hear buskers and performers along the waterfront. Art and culture enthusiasts should stop by the Arnolfini, one of Europe's leading centres for contemporary arts. It's free to enter and features an ever-changing lineup of exhibitions. Families will love We the Curious, an interactive science centre with hands-on exhibits and a spectacular planetarium that looks like a giant disco ball located in Millennium Square. The square is also home to Bristol's aquarium. During the school holidays, the square is often bustling with extra entertainment. There is a statue honouring one of the city's most famous Bristolians, Cary Grant. The statue captures his charm, depicting him in a relaxed, confident pose, and serves as a tribute to his legacy as one of cinema's greatest stars. Bristol Harbour is a place where culture and modern life blend seamlessly. Whether you're stepping aboard one of the city's famous ships, exploring the M-Shed, or just enjoying a stroll by the water, there's something here for everyone. Thank you for joining me on this tour of Bristol Harbour. Please press the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe to my channel and will help me to continue producing travel videos. And don't forget to come back soon for an in-depth look at the SS Great Britain.
I'm a lady.
If you enjoyed watching, you can now help me to create travel guides by buying me a coffee. Go on, the link is in the video description. Who will be the first? Until next time, happy exploring!